Collaborative or sharing economy refers to business models that create online marketplaces for access to goods and services thanks to the use of the modern technologies. Some of the best-known companies that operate within the sharing economy are car-hailing services such as Uber or Careem or Lyft, crowdsourcing services such as Kickstarter or Indiegogo, peer-to-peer accommodation sharing platforms such as Airbnb, or online marketplaces for the sale of handmade goods such as Etsy. Let's take this question and look at it from the other side. That is, why not treat giving people access to what the sharing economy has to offer as just another argument in favor of providing more people with access to internet and making sure that the broadband infrastructure is well developed. Now, think about a villager in a village somewhere in the south of Egypt. Chances are that if there is no access to internet in that village, neither are many job opportunities. So by providing access to internet in those proverbial villagers, you not only give them the window to the world, you also give them a tool that can allow them to access labor markets. So they can start by participating in the online courses to gain skills and knowledge that are needed to access the labor market. They can create their own jobs online. They can find jobs online. It doesn't have to do with things such as user experience design or online marketing. There are easier ways to join sharing economy as well. For example, there's this platform Atakala, which allows refugees to teach Arabic classes online to people based all over the world and therefore allowing them to earn the income. Now, the brilliant thing about the sharing economy is that a person does not have to emigrate from where they live in order to be able to join this online labor market. First of all, and perhaps most importantly, women can work from the comfort of their own houses, meaning they can function well in the socio-cultural environment, not breaking any social norms, but at the same time making their own living, earning money, and with this economic empowerment, of course, social and political empowerment can come with time. Now, let's take the example of car-hailing applications. Thanks to companies such as Careem or Lyft that are quite popular in many cities all over the MENA region, women can not only become drivers, thanks to the fact that they can select the clients and they can provide services only to females, but they can also more conveniently and more safely and also cheaper than using a regular taxi commute from house to the job place. And this is especially important in the region where public communication is either completely not available or very unreliable. Another thing that the sharing economy can offer to women who would wish to join the labour market are online courses. So a lot of women will come from families that cannot afford to send them to universities or live too far away to be comfortable with women attending a university in a different city. So thanks to the prevalence of open online courses or MOOCs, those women can easily gain skills and knowledge that will allow them to find new jobs. One of the main advantages of sharing economy is its flexibility. However, with this flexibility, oftentimes comes lack of clarity in terms of liability, taxation, consumer protection, licensing or insurance. Let's again take the example of car-hailing services. So in case of an accident with an Uber driver, who is responsible, who is liable for the loss? Is the company really liable for that? Are the drivers the clients of the platform as well, or are they the employees? If they are the employees, are the platforms and the companies responsible for their social protection? This obviously brings a lot of questions about the maternity leaves, paternity leaves, insurance schemes, medical coverage. A lot of questions arise. Now, the problem is, of course, that if you regulate sharing economy, there's a huge risk of over-regulating and killing the flexibility that is the main advantage, or one of the main advantages of sharing economy. So, for instance, the European Union is currently debating whether and to what extent any regulations regarding sharing economy should be introduced in the Union. Countries in the Middle East should probably focus a little bit more on the issues that are more specific to their economic and social realities. So, for instance, when you think about Tunisia, there could be a question of voluntary health insurance that would allow people who are self-employed within the sharing economy to pay themselves for their social protection in case of illness or women getting pregnant. And incidentally, recently there was a really interesting study published on this topic by FEMISE. Another example of a country could be Jordan, where at this time there's a huge discussion about the tax reform. So in there the government could, for example, think about tackling the issue of the corporate low tax and how and if to tax collaborative platforms providing the services.